A developing story out of Palm Springs tonight. As we first reported last night, the city council there voted to delay the hiring of a consultant to help outline a potential reparations program for minority families. Tonight, News Channel 3's Samantha Lomibaus spoke with the attorney for Section 14 families, who's calling that move a major setback.
In a 3-2 vote, the Palm Springs City Council struck down a proposed $500,000 contract with a team from Columbia University who would have spent the next year working on a reparations plan for Section 14 survivors. Some council members stated that more research needs to be done, while the attorney for Section 14 families believes they're avoiding the issue.
I think the city missed an opportunity to make good on some of the promises that it has made to these families.
Attorney for the survivors and families of Section 14, Ariva Martin, shocked by the City Council's decision to reject a consultant agreement. The plan would potentially pay reparations to families for their evictions from land known as Section 14 in the downtown Palm Springs area more than 50 years ago.
This reparations consultant was supposed to be evidence of their good faith engagement, of their good faith efforts to try to make these families whole.
Council members Lisa Middleton and Ron DeHart, along with Mayor Pro Tem Jeffrey Bernstein, called for more research to be done on the issue, such as the city's role in the forced evictions, before moving forward with a reparations program.
And I can feel very comfortable in standing in front of the public and saying we did this wrong and we have an obligation to make amends for what we did wrong. But I think we have to have consensus as to what it was specifically that we did wrong.
Martin telling me that information has been available to the public.
Let's stall, let's distract, let's do anything other than deal with this issue head on. You can bring in 100 different researchers, 100 different historians, and the facts remain the facts. They're not going to change.
Mayor Pro Tem Bernstein stated that although he supports the need for reparations, he believes research should be done by a group that doesn't also have an advocacy role.
I do think we need to go for a step forward, but an advocacy group I don't think will be as objective in going through the historical context.
Martin disagreed, telling me the consultants have experience in handling cases like this.
I think what was so insulting to the Columbia University, this Ivy League university with this tremendous wealth of experience, to get to a public meeting and for the first time hear some of those comments, I think it just spoke poorly as it relates to that governing body.
Despite the majority of the council rejecting the consultant proposal for now, Martin tells me it's only pushing the impacted descendants and families to work harder.
The record is very clear about the commitment that the city has made to these families, and we're going to hold them to that commitment. These families are not going away. They have found their voice, and if anything, their voice is just going to get louder and louder and louder.
Another public meeting is set for May 20th. Martin tells me survivors and descendants plan to discuss details for a settlement proposal. Back in November, Martin's law firm filed a claim with the city of Palm Springs seeking between $400 million and $2 billion. Martin tells me whether it be a lawsuit or negotiations with the city, they will work to make sure they get what they deserve. In studio, Samantha Lomibaus, News Channel 3.